Behold, greedy mag, who... What, people already know about this augment? I'm extremely late to the party, you say? Okay, but it's way more useful here, and I have some sick tech to go along with it. This can be a lot of fun, let me explain. One of the things that sells Deimos as a living infested space is the number of things you can destroy in the environment. There are these little zit thingies, some organ containers here and there, the fingies, of course, and then there are even these boils, which serve no purpose I have found except to be destructible and contribute to the immersion. That said, these destructibles do drop a lot of loot overall, and you can exchange the drops for Entradi standing through Father. But I'm not going to walk around collecting all of that. What are you, crazy? We're going to need a bigger vacuum. Mag's pull has more range, and Greedy Pull rigs that range to be a vacuum. So you just need a way to break all that stuff, and then you can yank it all over for the low cost of 25 energy. By the way, yes, you can totally use the Itzel Arcwing's Cosmic Crush to suck in loot as well, but I find this much more fun, and Mag is much easier to get than an Itzel Arcwing. If you can wrangle the Greedy Pull augment, I think this is a place. And I don't know, it's kind of annoying to go in and out of Arcwing. It's not like this build only uses pull, but it's really nice quality of life to have that as an ability on your frame. If you don't think so, use the Itzel for this. It's useful for that too. Anyway, to go with this moon-sized vacuum, I wanted an explosive weapon. Again, we've got to destroy all those little niblets to get the loot out. I chose the Exceltra. It's ammo hungry, but that doesn't really matter because you're slurping down so much loot all the time. The Exceltra is exactly the high-capacity, rapid explosive weapon I was looking for to carpet bomb the map and break open all of those destructibles. Look at how many little hitboxes there are just in this cave. If you wanted to, you could probably also use Aerial Ace to good effect on this weapon in this loadout, but do note that these destructibles don't count as kills. And, that's all pretty alright, I guess. But when I think carpet bombing, I think, being above what you're trying to explode. So here's what I have on mags so far. And now we're going to improve aim gliding, which is what I think makes this loadout feel just right. I have 3 options for you. If you don't mind using a primary Tomb Finger kit gun, you can get your aim gliding from that using Pax Soar. That's all well and good. That's a good weapon, but it's not an automatic explosive weapon, which doesn't say greedy mag to me. Semi-auto triggers are not greedy enough. Yes, I'm serious, moving on. You could also use a MOA with Tractor Beam. As long as your MOA can connect the beam, that's great. Really compact, it only takes the 1 mod on your MOA. I often find that I'm not close enough to my MOA when I'm on the move, but one advantage of this playstyle is not needing to move around quite so much in this huge space, since you can vacuum up loot from so far away. So I think Tractor Beam will be a good fit for some people. It's certainly a good fit on paper, especially if you're doing bounties. You often aren't moving around too much, and it should work nicely. For me, hovering with Aero Vantage and with the increased time from aerodynamic is a perfect fit. Being airborne is also very nice when you have lower defenses, and I plan to survive mostly by banking over shields from Crush using the high range that's already benefiting Pull. Aerodynamic even gives you some damage reduction while airborne, which is a nice bonus. Magnetize is also really solid in this loadout. You mostly want range and some strength on there, which we've got. You can now hold Magnetize to get this held version, as well as just tapping it to get the normal one, so that flexibility is nice. On the other hand, Polarize doesn't do much in this particular loadout. Its augment counterpulse can be quite useful, but wants a ton of duration that we don't have here, so I'd be looking to infuse a different ability with the helmet system once I have it. And that's where I turn to all of you. For you see, my dear viewers, this loadout is incomplete. An idea, and maybe a good one, but not in its final form. What I want is to make a build and loadout series to end all others, a massive collection of fun and powerful playstyles for each and every frame called Framework, an unprecedented demonstration of the synergy in buildcraft that I enjoy so much. And I've been preparing for quite some time now, working on thumbnails and formatting and memeing with my best Warframe series on my second channel, linked for your consideration, and most of all, I've been jotting down hundreds of build and loadout and playstyle ideas for literally years now, during live streams on Twitch and through last year's Framework Battle Royale, and a lot more. You all have already contributed a lot to this upcoming series. Each framework will have a Warframe build and a full set of weapons with a companion to go along with it, each specifically chosen to work well with that specific playstyle. And with the advent of the helmet system, it's time to launch Framework at last. I'm going to start with the starter frames, Volt, then Excalibur, then Mag, probably Ember soon after that, Rhino, Nyx, then the rest, you get the idea. So my question for you is this. What do you think the true form of this playstyle looks like? The best form, if you will, but it doesn't have to be a single one. There are two options here. I'm not asking you to come up with the full loadout. I'll be doing that myself in a few weeks. Where does Greedy Pull make the most sense? Maybe it's on Mag, and if so, which ability do you think I should replace Polarize with using the Helminth system? We have high range, moderate strength, not so great duration, so we're looking for an ability that's good with those stats. There's room for an augment here too if the shared ability has a spicy one. I'm making a full review of all shareable abilities, that'll be my next video, so please make good use of that when it's ready. Speaking of which, Pull and its augment are also themselves shareable. Maybe this greedy strategy fits better on another frame with their abilities. Some people have suggested loot frames, but I'm not convinced that's the best fit, because loot increasing abilities generate the extra loot near you. You don't need to pull it, it's already right there. So we're looking for a loadout that has, let's see, good range, a little space for the augment, and then that's good in a situation or a mission type where you care about having a large vacuum. What do you think? Is this at home on Mag? And if so, what should we replace Polarize with? Or is it better on another frame? And if so, which one? I'll check back in on this comment section every so often for a little while. We have a little while before Mag's turn at Framework is up anyway, so think about it and help me add this playstyle to Framework. I'm going to get back to working on that Helminth video, and then we'll be all hands on deck for the introduction to Framework. You'll hear from me about that again very soon. Thanks for watching.